You're watching Poindexter Lounge. You already know. You're watching Poindexter Lounge for the unity.
Why don't you set aside an hour or two? We'll have a few drinks and a cup of coffee. I don't drink.
Hi, you're watching Poindexter Lounge. I'm choking on chicken.
And now I'll make the point better. This joint's clever. In the lounge with Poindexter. So Poindexter Lounge, you know that we can get it in. And now I'm headed up like I'm Led Zeppelin.
Hi, you're watching Poindexter Lounge. Do you like nerd stuff? Yeah? Then you'll love this. You never know what might happen or who might show up at the lounge.
Poindexter, you're getting all excited.
At this point, I'd like to add that there are a few sad little YouTube channels who hate me for being vastly more successful than they are.
You're an ass.
What's up, nerd family? Welcome once again to the Poindexter Lounge. My name is Enosh, aka Enosh Vet, and we are back into the thick of it, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome once again to the lounge. If this is your first time to the lounge, just know that the Poindexter Lounge is a small little channel, but we are not in any way jealous of a man who wears a bedpan on his head, no matter how much success he claims to have, for we would rather have our dignity. We would rather have truth and honesty in reporting than to be an idiot and be on YouTube. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are a nerd, you have found the right place, because the Poindexter Lounge is simply a place for nerds. It's a place where you and I and my friends can get together and talk about the things that we love, things like TV shows, movies, games, sci-fi, fantasy, comic books, superheroes, toys, absolute nonsense, and so much more. And if those are things that get you excited, those are things that get you ready to tune in at a moment's notice and listen to like what possibly could be said next from certain groups of people on the internet, then hey, you have found the right place, and we are glad to have you here. So please hit that subscribe button, because I know I joked about it for the longest time, but apparently it's true. Doomcock was right. Doomcock was right. I was wrong. Doomcock was right. YouTube has been really messing with us lately. So please just make sure you're subscribed still, because we have actually had some issues with some subscriptions, and I'm trying to work with YouTube to try to get it fixed. And hopefully we get it fixed. I literally, on my vacation, I met a bunch of new people. It was really great. We had a really good time. And I signed up like 15 people, man. 15 people, like just meeting people at you know, toy stores and comic book shops and stuff. They literally subbed right then. We were talking about it, and they subbed to the channel, and they just never showed up. Like, they were there. Well, I take that back. They showed up and then they were gone. And I've literally had a couple of good people, RJ and William, were both unsubscribed from the channel. And so, you know, if they're unsubscribed from the channel, anything can happen. So anyways, so please make sure you're still subscribed, because Doomcock was right and I was wrong. This poor, pitiful little channel. And the fact that Doomcock was right. So he was right about something. YouTube does do some strange things. But anyways, see, I can admit when something is true, and when something is not true, we still talk about it. So there you go. There's integrity in our reporting that I can even admit when somebody else is right, just even like Doomcock. So anyways, so please hit that subscribe button as well as that notification bell. Join up. We'll have some fun and do those things. And we are so glad to have you here with us on a Sunday afternoon for another episode of our favorite show, one of my favorite shows to do here on the channel, 2 Cents on Nonsense. Now, I want to say hi to a couple people. What's up, front man? Good to see you. Anchorman is in the chat. David James is in the chat. Says Mike Zero is the Mad Hatter. I love how you guys are figuring out who is who, like who the villains are. That's awesome. What's up, Caleb? I think this thing already skipped down. So if I miss you, please know that I'm not doing that on purpose. StreamYard just kind of like pushed you down in the thing. So I apologize. Let's see who else is here. We got what's up, Layla? Good to see you, Layla. Yeah, exactly. Who's Kamran Pasha? Kamran Pasha? I don't know who that is. Seriously, I have no idea who that guy is. Tough Commander, what's going on? Always a good time in the lounge. Good to see you. What's up, Jake? He's a sometimes script writer for video games, sometimes screenwriter. He's a Wikipedia entry. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. What's up, Jake? Yes, good to see you. What's up, Nim Jim? Good to see you. What's up, Jeff Glotfelty? Good to see you, sir. Always good to see you guys here in the chat. What's up, Ian? Good to see you here. Aaron World Order. Yes, you know what? I mean, he's not wrong, but I digress. Looking forward to the pay-per-view tonight. I know that's why we wanted to get this one in early. Yes. What's up, Lewis Cox? That I don't like Doomcock, but I like Lewis Cox. So there you go. So there you go. What's up, Punk? Good to see you. Oh, I like that. I like that that icon and the name. Very nice, Punk Trace. Good to see you. What's up, Symbiote? Symbiote Sam is in the house. Good to see you. Let's see here. What's up, Sandro? Says hi to Enosh and Johnny. Always good to see you. What's up, Adam Burke is in the house. Who else is here? What's up, Bradley? Bradley is here giving virtual hugs. I love it. What's up, Bat Dan? Thank you, Bat Dan, for tagging me in Saggy's video. So our good friend Saggy, she got to meet Ray Fisher today. So did Ty from Pop Culture Corner. They got to meet Ray Fisher today, and they had Ray sign a picture for me to the Poindexter Lounge and to me. And so that was very sweet of her to do. And thank you so much, Saggy. You're awesome. And she said that when she had to tell the lady what to put on, what for him to put on it, that when it came across and he saw my name and he saw Poindexter Lounge, she said that he just lit up. And I can't wait for the day when he comes. I'm hoping Motor City Comic Con announces him at any moment, because that would be great, because we're going to that in October. So we can hope. Senior Nerd is here. Good to see you. Let's see. It's jumping all around. So I apologize if I missed somebody. Venomous Prime is here. Anthony Grigsby is here. Geek Studio is here. Good to see you guys. Glad you guys are here for some nonsense. RJ is here. Hey, RJ is here. What? Let's see. Do I have that already? I don't know if did I actually put it in? Nope, that was the wrong one. I got RJ. I got something here for you, buddy.
Somebody come get her. She's dancing like a stripper. Hey, somebody come get her. She dancing like a stripper.
I'm sorry. I saw that and I had to download it, RJ. I'm so sorry. Please know, guys, that I don't hate RJ. That RJ and I are friends, but oh my gosh, that was hilarious, RJ. I think Saggy did that to you. So see, it balances out. Saggy gets me signed autographs from Ray Fisher. She gets RJ clips like that can be used against him here in the Poindexter Lounge. What's up, Florida Matt? Good to see you, sir. And yes, and everyone, it is good to see you. We're gonna go ahead and move on. So Wilma here. Wilma 604 says, hi, Enosh. Question: did McFarlane Toys ever make a Wonder Woman figure based on the first movie? No, because the first movie was long done by the time they did that. McFarlane Toys didn't start making the DC properties until last year, the beginning of last year. So by that time, Wonder Woman 84 was already coming and had been, on its way already and delayed already. What's up, Pop Culture Corner? I don't know if that's Ty or not, because there's so many people over there at Pop Culture Corner. I never know who's who. Anyways, no, I'm just messing. And look, see, now it's going to make me feel bad, Johnny. I'm looking at Johnny in the back. See, it's going to make me feel bad because I just dropped that, and then look at here. Look here, RJ with a $4.99 super chat. Yeah, make me feel bad like that. I see how you do it. CM Punk versus Doomcock. Helen. Only at AEW All Out live on pay-per-view. What does RJ think? By God Almighty, Punk is gonna put Doomcock to sleep. Well, Doomcock puts us to sleep. So today we're doing this video. Look, there's a lot of Doomcock videos. We'll talk about this in a second. But Krypton's Core is here. J Films is here. I always like to try to get everybody. JP is here. Good to see you, sir. All right. And I think we're good. All right. So without further ado, it's always me. So it is Ty. Awesome. Good to see you, Ty. Good to see you, geeks. Yeah, Ty, you're going to have to get that bubble tea, man. I finally, it was good to see you and Saggy finally meeting up and together. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you all know, if you've been around for any amount of time, that I don't do this show alone. Wouldn't want to do this show alone because it's too much fun, and I got to have somebody to laugh at this stuff with me. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Poindexter Lounge. As always, he's a regular here. He's part of the crew. He's part of the thing. He's not like my friends who say that they're producers on the show and aren't. He's an actual guy. He's laughing in the background. I love it because I can see him and it's awesome. So anyways, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the channel, Mr. Johnny Pop.
Here's Johnny.
Hello.
What's up, Johnny? He exists.
I'm happy. It's funny you mentioned the producer role because I was thinking about that earlier today. I was just, that's interesting. That's probably an offline conversation for you to have with somebody, but that was hilarious.
Yeah, I ended up having that conversation actually, and that person apologized. So,
good.
Yeah, so we came to an understanding.
I was like, if we have a producer, man, I want to know. I want somebody to do notes for me.
Dude, I wish I had a producer, man, because then I could just sit here and make jokes all day long and not have to worry about pushing buttons and bringing up clips and doing all and missing people's super chats and everything else. I'd have somebody to do it for me. But alas, we're just
a small channel.
We're just a small little channel, Johnny, that so jealous that we don't have like producers. Like what I need is a puppet. That's what I need. I need a puppet. I need to fund a puppet, like a Kathleen Kennedy puppet for my good friend Bruce. Bruce makes puppets, but I'm going to have to raise about the $200 to $300 to get a good puppet made, and call Bruce up and be like, Bruce, yo, I need a puppet, man. Stat. Can I get a Doomcock puppet? How about a Jeremy puppet? Or his junk man calls him, what's he call him? The
Geek the Gamer Kid?
Geek the Gamer Kid. I need a Geek the Gamer Kid puppet right now, man. Stat. Give it to me.
Yeah. That'd be hilarious.
Hey, Aaron World Order here with the $2 Canadian
Aaron.
Super Chat. Thank you, sir. Says, expect Daniel Bryan to show up tonight. I wouldn't doubt it.
It could happen.
Saggy.
Whoa.
Aw.
Man.
She was so nice, too, Johnny. She was being so nice. She got me an autograph. I think it was just a ruse, Johnny, just so that she could get my address.
It could have been. You never know. There better not be any doxing going on. We'll just say that.
I'm just saying, it better not be. But Saggy, Enosh smells, huh? Well, what is that smell exactly? I think it's your bubble tea.
Well, it could be.
Could be the bubble tea. Just saying. check your bubble tea. Check your bubble tea. All right. Yes. Absolutely. Oh, where'd it go? It totally just like I went to go click on Layla's comment there, and it went bloop right there. Layla says that's associate producer to you, pal.
Exactly.
Right? Exactly. And I know low key disturbing. That's a pretty high key disturbing. That's like way up here on the high key. It's like.
That's like super disturbing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, Saggy, that's so sweet. She goes, LOL, no, you should have seen Ray's face light up when he saw your name.
Oh, that's cool.
I love Ray. What
He's
a good
dude.
guy. I hope he comes to Comic-Con, dude. I hope he comes to our Comic-Con.
That would be amazing. It would be so cool because, I mean, Motor City Comic-Con already has a really great lineup, but like Ray would be amazing.
I tagged him. I told him you need to bring Ray Fisher and Ray Porter. I'm like,
Oh
Come on,
man,
make it happen. Make it happen.
Oh.
We're also trying to get credentials for the whole thing. So
Oh,
so that we
that'd
can
be
walk
sweet.
around and maybe interview some people and do our thing.
Dude, that would be amazing.
You know who I'm looking forward to meeting at our Comic-Con is Larson, Wedge himself, man.
Yes. Dude, that would be so cool. I'm kind of cool. Like, I love me some comedy, and so it's kind of cool that like David Koechner is going to be there. I mean, there's like the lineup. If you guys haven't seen it, just find Motor City Comic Con, Google that, and just check out their lineup. It is absolutely amazing.
And you know what's crazy about that is as I know, Johnny, in years past, like the last 2 weeks leading up to it are absolutely insane because they just start loading it the last 2 weeks, man. It's just like this person, this person, this person, this person, this. It's like, whoa, man, you're taking all my money to just meet people and get a picture. like I swear to God, like, and there's some we don't always know if you can take a picture like at the booth. So it's kind of rough, but especially now with COVID, I don't know if they're going to let us take a picture at the booth, but here we don't have a mask mandate here in Michigan.
Oh, that's true.
So we'll see. I just got back from Chicago and it was weird. It was weird putting a mask back on. But they only did it the week before we got there. They were completely maskless, and so I don't know. Hey, front man here with a $5 super chat. Thank you, front man. Says 2 cents dojo. We're bringing it. Pop culture corner. Ty says, I got some dirt on her if she tries to sell your address. Thank you. I'm not really worried about her. I'm not really worried about her trying to sell my address. I'm worried about her showing up at my doorstep trying to steal my stuff. Because I think her and William and Wonder Meg are all going to show up, and I'm going to have to fend them all off. And then it really is going to be a 2 cents dojo. Because I'm going to be like Wonder Meg, pow, William, cha, saggy, pow.
Somebody would distract you while the others clean out the toy room.
Exactly.
And the living room.
Exactly. Well, you know what I do?
And the laundry room.
I'd be like Wonder Meg, pow, William, saggy. Hey, girl. It's charming as always.
Oh.
Hey, I believe the first thing you called me when you saw me for the first time over there on Max's channel was Bay, wasn't it? Oh, yeah. What's up, saggy? Oh, girl.
Oh,
now get out of my house. No. You know what? I'll tell you what. Look, man, I love the people that I stream with. I love the people that I have met. We've met such great people, Johnny, when I was in Chicago. And I know this is a 2 cents on nonsense, but I know you're a huge Batman fan.
Yes.
Dude. So Jerry, Night Star Productions, we met up with Jerry there. Jerry took us, literally got in the car. We went around and he took us to the different spots where they filmed The Dark Knight.
Oh, that's cool.
And some of the stuff from the Blues Brothers too.
Ooh.
That was pretty sweet. But he took us around. We filmed it, dude. So we got to see right where they flipped the truck.
Oh, that's cool.
We got to see Wayne Manor, which is not Wayne Manor, the Wayne Enterprises, the big building. We got to see the building that they used for the party in The Dark Knight, and then the one that they said it was. Right. I mean, It's so cool, because they had one, I guess they covered it in green screen, and we got to see the buildings in Batman v Superman, where Superman, flies down, to Lois and stuff, where he catches Lois and flies her down and all this. I mean, it was so cool. And it's cool to hang out with people. And that's why I say, you know what, in the next year or so, we have got to plan a Poindexter Con. And I want to take it to Vegas. Flights to Vegas are pretty cheap. I think by then, maybe next year, people will be ready to just really get out. Hopefully all this will be passed. And, we get a quick flight to Vegas, go to the Sci-Fi Center with William.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
Yeah, hang out, dude, because we got a bunch of people in Vegas, man. And we got Brian up in Reno, and like I said, it's pretty cheap. Oh dear God. Kirk Cameron says, "Don't worry, Enosh. I'm gonna have a booth at Comic-Con, a confession." Oh man!
Oh, I love it. That'd be awesome. Oh, if Kirk Cameron only knew.
Oh, hey, Bad Dan. He says, as a Chicago resident, I have to ask, did you have any pizza? Yes, we did. And I'm trying to remember the place. If Tiffany's watching, I don't know if Tiffany's watching or not, but yes, we had some pizza. It was great. Had to have some pizza. You know, when my son Landon, this was the second time he went to Chicago, but this is the first time he had deep dish pizza because, okay, so this is going to get personal, right?
Yeah.
My ex-wife, for some reason, has always wanted Landon to be allergic to gluten. There are people who are actually allergic to gluten, and then there are people who are not. my son does not have a major gluten problem. He had some stomach issues when he was little and stuff, and my ex-wife wanted to attribute it to a gluten thing. He does not have celiac disease. He's not had issues with that. That being said, his aunt and uncle on that side, they're hippies. Okay. And I'm just saying, like, they took him to so many things and like he could only stay for like a minute. Like they took him to a museum and like they only stayed for a few minutes. Like he didn't even get to go around the science museum like he did this time. Like it was weird.
Man.
Like it was really strange. I can't wait to show you guys the science museum. We went to the Marvel exhibit. Oh my gosh. Like I'm a DC fan through and through. You guys know that, but my God, it was really cool. But they went out, Johnny,
yeah,
for deep dish pizza and ate it in front of my son and did not let him have deep dish pizza because his mom said he could not have it because he was allergic to gluten.
Oh, that's like torture.
I'm like, then why even go?
Like, it wasn't yet. Like, couldn't you have gone somewhere else?
Right. Do something else, man.
That's like going out with, you know, I have a beef allergy. Like it's not really, it really upsets my insides. Beef does. So I gotta avoid it. But like, that'd be like somebody taking me to a steakhouse and eating a nice porterhouse in front of me. Like that would suck.
Well, you know, and the thing is as you get older and you have like slight, you know, allergies to stuff or, you know, different things, like you have to make those decisions, like how far you will. Like, I'll be honest with you, I love strawberries, dude. But if I eat a lot of strawberries, I get a little bit of like a rush, you know, like,
yeah.
But I'm not allergic, you know what I mean? But like anybody, I know people who are allergic to gluten that like they can have certain amounts of gluten and it may disrupt them. But like if they want to eat a pizza, they're going to eat a pizza.
Yeah.
You know, they know what it'll do to them, you know, a little bit. But, you know, if it's not bad, they do it. So anyways, I just want to say I took my son out for deep dish pizza this time. He got to experience authentic Chicago deep dish pizza. And I'm proud to report that he's absolutely fine. He didn't die. He didn't blow up. Nothing happened to him. He's absolutely fine. And nice. I got to go to Wrigley Field, man. And I got this hat. Check this out. I got this shirt, $12.
Nice.
Then I went to the stadium to get a hat. This is a $40 hat, dude. It was on sale for $9.99
at the stadium.
Dude.
Nice.
And look at that. It's got the postseason 2018 thing on there, and that's why it's because it had postseason 2018. I'm like, that's even better. Like it's got postseason 2018. Like complete outfit.
That's awesome.
Complete outfit. I look like a complete fan for $22.
Like you're ready for the super fans.
Exactly. The Bears. Hey, I'm sorry. You know, I'm talking here. And
RJ.
I'm
dropping the bomb.
Holy cow. Speaking of Chicago, holy cow. I'm a Cub fan and a Bud man, and RJ Resident Justice bringing the heat. RJ. Wow. Oh my gosh. RJ. Thank much love to you, bro. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. RJ here with a $65. Wow, RJ. I love this guy. This guy's on the channel regularly. You know, he's a member of the channel. He's a good dude. And then he's doing that, man. RJ, you're a great guy. He says here, thank you, Nash, for being such a great friend, being a positive voice in the community. The work you and Johnny do is so important. The BS needs to be called out. The casual racism from these people with Shang-Chi and Rocketeer has been so gross. Yeah.
I mean, and so that's the thing. Like, as soon as, like, and we'll get into the video here. Like, but RJ's right. Like, as soon as I saw the Rocketeer news, I think I might have even publicly commented, but I messaged, I said to Matt Jarbo, I said, well, you know which people are going to have a problem with parts of this right away. And he was like, yup, because it's just sad. And people like, everybody kept saying, oh, Shang-Chi's going to fail. It's going to fail. It's doing terribly. It's going to fail. And they had no reason why other than they had no reason. They're like, oh, it's just a character that nobody's going to connect with. And you're completely wrong. I mean, just the casual, unspoken racism and sexism, the misogyny, all this stuff is just like, whatever. And it's, it's like, oh, the new indie movie is going to fail. Why? Because Harrison Ford's like 900 years old? No, because, Phoebe Waller-Bridge is in it.
Woman.
It's like, come on.
Well,
you can't. It's absolutely ludicrous. So I mean, it's nonsense.
It is. And look, Matt Jarbo was on late last night when we were doing the live stream, and I'll just say this. So Matt said, hey Nash, you guys should really tackle some of the live stream stuff that they do, because that's where, like, they got these prep videos, that Doomcock does, but there, he can. Now the video that we're going to watch today about the Rocketeer.
Oh, he doesn't
even try. The misogyny and the racism that you're about to see, I just want to warn you. Now, usually I always preface our show with saying this is a fun show. This is where we have a silly good time just making fun of nonsense. But I'm going to warn you, because this one pissed me off. This really did tick me off, Johnny. And so this may not be like the happy-go-lucky. I'm sure we'll have some jokes and stuff.
Yeah, and I remember, and I can't remember. I've watched this one. I watched it once. Like, I can't remember if he prefaces this announcement right or not. But this is not a remake of the Rocketeer. This is a continuation. So it's not like they're taking the character and redoing it completely. So part of his argument just kind of loses credibility right away. So, I mean, it's not like they're, going back and remaking Star Wars and replacing Luke Skywalker with, Mary Jo Hampton or something like that. This is a continuation of the story. And like, that's the thing. Like, it's just like when He-Man came out, all of a sudden these guys are huge He-Man fans. Hello.
They haven't talked about He-Man ever.
Exactly. I've always enjoyed the Rocketeer. Loved it. Not a huge fan of it because there wasn't much to the property, but I'm excited about this continuation. Like, but that's the thing. Like, now all of a sudden they care about the Rocketeer because.
Oh yeah. Well, and the pitch for this, pitch for this sequel, Johnny, even makes sense.
Yeah,
like the understanding of like who, and we're going to get into that in a second, but yeah. So I just want to preface, because usually and usually that's what the show is. This show is just us poking some fun. I always say my friend Dawson, that I usually do a Sunday show with, and we have fun and everything. He's always laughed and joked and said, hey, I want my goal is to one day be on an episode of 2 Cents of Nonsense. So anybody who comes in here and says, oh, you guys are just mean, you don't like Doomcock, and you're just jealous and blah blah blah. Like, this is a fun show. That the chat room is awesome. You guys are fantastic. So you guys keep it coming always, and you make this fun. But this one is like legit. But so Matt said, you guys should do one of the live streams. And I watched this week's live stream, and oh my gosh, the ridiculousness going on about Kathleen Kennedy and just the made up stuff, Johnny. I don't know why I'm surprised every time I hear this made up junk from people, like literally that they're talking about stuff as if it's fact, Johnny. And I'll be honest with you. I like the guys over at Echo Base. I think those guys have been pretty, I mean, they're fandom menace, but they're not jerks about it most of the time that I've seen. Anytime they've come in here, I've had them on the channel. Actually, they've been very, very nice. Out of all of those people, like them and Justin Proper, who've come on, like they've been very respectful, very nice. Like, they're not trying to cause any, issues. They're not trying to just, say a bunch of BS. And even on there, like they were talking about how, like, look, they don't like Kathleen Kennedy. And like they loathe Kathleen Kennedy, but like Doomcock had to take it to this other place. Like, oh, so you're saying that you'd be happy if they basically like drag her through the streets of Disney and, and parade her. And I'm like, What in the literal HE double hockey sticks are you talking about? Dragging a woman out through the streets of Disney and parading around. Listen, that is why. I mean, because that right there is some Hydra stuff.
That's like
I don't want to say the word because I don't want to get the episode like dinged or whatever.
Yeah.
But come on, that's some Hydra stuff right there. If I ever heard it,
it is.
That ain't normal stuff that you say talking about like taking a woman and dragging her through the streets. I don't care if it's Disney or anywhere else. That ain't funny. That is not funny stuff at all. And that's the type of people we're dealing with here.
But, and these are people who hate someone for producing movies. Like, think about it. They don't hate someone for committing a crime. They hate someone for being a movie producer.
Well, and they just made up a bunch of stuff too about it, Johnny, where they said that basically Disney is going to, because listen, you've all watched this show in the last few months. You absolutely know that Doomcock has said 100%. Now, it's unverifiable by my. If all your sources, Doomcock, are so unverifiable, and you can never tell if they're going to be right or not, maybe they're not good sources. If you really are getting played like that week in and week out, maybe you should stop even talking about these sources because they suck. They suck. Yeah. You have never been right. And that's the thing is like when he thinks he's right, he's like, Doomcock is right. But he said last week, we did a show last week. He said, you can't say Doomcock is wrong. I never said this stuff was true. Well, then you can't be right.
Then you can't be right.
But the thing is though, is that even in that, Johnny, the deal is with this is that they've literally made up this thing now that of course they're gonna leave. She's gonna still get her contract renewed. Well, doesn't that fly in the face of everything you've heard? And he even says it. Well, everything I heard said differently, but I guess they're doing it. But yes, it's still right because they're doing these lower contracts now. And I'm like, but that's not what you've been saying. And that's the bait and switch, guys. As you watch this show, if you go back through the timeline of this show, you understand this bait and switch that has happened repeatedly with Doomcock, with Geeks and Gamers, with Mike Zero. I mean, Mike Zero seems so freaking benign at this point.
His stuff, just reads like weird fan fiction at this point.
But they literally made up this thing, Johnny, that the reason why they're going to extend her contract until she wants to leave. Now they've totally stripped her of Star Wars. Absolutely no proof of that. Absolutely no physical, actual proof of that. But they just made up this thing. People are accepting it as fact. But they're saying that that they won't fire her, Johnny, because if they do, she'll come out with like apparently all this evidence of sexual misconduct. And all this stuff.
Listen,
can you say goalpost?
Exactly. So like, wasn't it? What's his name? I'm gonna forget his name. The chat will remind me. Is it Cameron Pasha? Like he's the one that was saying,
Cameron.
Yeah, he was like, dude, what the heck? Like he was saying like he's got all, he knows about all this stuff, and if she's ever let go, she'll let it out. I mean, that's completely unfounded and untrue. I mean, you can't say stuff like that. You can't back it up. I mean, it's absolutely ludicrous. Like
it's absolutely messed up, man.
And trust me, that guy knows about. Wow. I mean, he has worked with some folks in the industry, but I really don't trust anything coming out of him more than I do what comes out of Doomcock and Nerdrotic and those guys.
Heck no. Okay, so I want to get a couple of these things, and we're going to go ahead and jump into this video. No, but I wanted to say, like, I would love to do one of these things, but we'd almost have to do it live, Johnny.
Oh yeah,
because they're 40 minutes. Like this video was 40 minutes long, and I would love to jump into some of that live stuff because it's absolutely ridiculous, and they say stuff off the cuff, so you get more of who they really are instead of this, written out, nonsense that he does, right?
And you get his real voice too.
Well, not this one. He actually had the modulator.
Sometimes he had the modulator on this one, but sometimes he does his like frolics and all that. You'll get.
Yeah. What's up, DC Talk with Extended? Hey man, good to see you. I am back from vacation, dude. I am so behind. I apologize to everyone. So I owe DC Talk with Extended a comic book set, which is coming. I promise you, I'm going to get it around, and I promise Tuesday I'm going to send it out. And then also H Barts. I just saw that you're here. H Barts, you got 2 T-shirts coming because I'm literally a month behind. 1 month passed, and then he got the next month for his membership. So
nice.
I apologize to you. You got 2 shirts coming, and you know that. But RJ, oh my gosh, with another $9.99 super chat. Holy cow, dude! Thank you so much, man. This is what pissed me off was Neurotic pushing the Simu. Is that Simu? Is it
Simulu?
Simu is ugly thing. That's the and kept making jokes that he looked like China President. Was it
Xi Jinping?
Xi Jinping. The content from these people is centered on personal attacks. Absolutely, because RJ, they don't have anything else. Doomcock, all these other people, they don't have anything legit to fall back on when they say this stuff. So yeah, they result to this kind of nonsense. And RJ, you're absolutely right, man. And look, that's why we're here, you know. So what's up? Ian says, I just joined you guys 2 weeks ago.
Nice.
Bam. Welcome, man. Welcome. Give you a fist bump. Welcome to the crew. Welcome here. We're glad to have you. I'm always glad to have new people, and always glad for everyone who are regulars. Yes. And H Barts says, all out. CM Punk returns tonight. Can't wait. That's why we're here early. So, Jake Level says, Doomcock sources don't suck because they're trolling the heck out of him. Look, somebody's either trolling the heck out of him,
or he finds messages in his Cheerios.
But I'm gonna be honest with you. Okay. As much as I wish that it was just somebody trolling Doomcock, I know that he has gone after himself, fake stuff on 4chan and stuff. He's been found out for all that stuff. But also, not only that, I know for a fact that he makes stuff up, and he's just continuing to make stuff up. And so, I think it'd be interesting. And I know people who've tried to troll him, and it didn't work. So I feel like. I don't know. That's a really good thing. I know people who've looked into Doomcock, and some of the stuff is pretty scary, guys. And I can't even get into everything, but it's pretty messed up. It really is. And so you're going to see some of that stuff here today. But real quick, also, hey, what's up, Punk Trace with a 99-cent super sticker. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And you know what? Look, we look forward to the future where, yes, we're always willing to go after nonsense from other people. I know there's some other people that, people have pointed out to me and Johnny, and we're definitely going to take a look at that. But, in the meantime, we're here. It's all about the terror cards.
It is that in like remote viewing. That was. He's got some weird things that he's into. I'm just gonna say that. So
yeah. So okay. So that being said, we're only 42 minutes into the show. But
I'm looking at Kathleen Kennedy right now.
Ooh, hey,
remote viewing. Let's consult the cards.
All right. So this folks is a video that turned up while I was on vacation. This week, and we
can we call him Gil? Is that doxing?
No, I know. I mean, it's out there. So I'm going to call him Kommandant Gil from now on. For those of you who don't know what that is, he was on Midnight's Edge, I guess, a while back, a little while back, I guess. But he was on there, and apparently, they did it. This was like a long time ago, so they did it like a Zoom call, Johnny.
Yeah.
And when they did it, apparently he had been on some other Zoom call or something like that. So when he showed up, his name did not show up as Doomcock. It showed up as Gil.
He was probably using his work account or something. I don't know.
Yeah, well, they have they have deleted that. Midnight's Edge has deleted it. Well, because Midnight's Edge is pretty slippery, Johnny, as we all know.
Wow,
right?
yeah.
But of course, speaking of Midnight's Edge being slippery, make sure, ladies and gentlemen, to use Midnight's Edge personal lubricant, trusted by the fandom menace when it really needs to be rammed in. Heck yeah. And while you're there, when everything's sliding right out, make sure to just get it all out with Doomcock. And you have to go, but you can't. Trust Doomcock.
Oh, flush it. Oh.
Marty!
Dude, those...
It's not even Marty. Dude, that's so awesome.
Dude, those... there's been a couple little videos they've done with that, the live action. It's hilarious.
Marty! All right, so this is what we got. This one, folks, is interesting. It's called Disney Destroys, all in caps, Rocketeer with another woke remake. I love how I love, Johnny, how they know what these things are going to be before they even come out.
Exactly.
It's
because he
it's
knows. Well, yeah, it is. It's the remote viewing. They've been watching the production sessions.
Heck yeah, it's the tarot cards. But yeah, with another remake, Rocketeer gets race swapped on Disney Plus. Yeah, not really, but hey.
I just want to see the helmet and the jetpack again, man. Who cares who's wearing it? Come on.
Dude, according to Doomcock, only a white male can be the Rocketeer. We all know this. Only a white male.
I forgot. It was, yeah.
Yeah. So, yes. Right, Nimjim? It's always destroyed. Can't something ever just be damaged?
Well, Doomcock is damaged. We know that.
Can't something ever just be damaged? That's awesome.
No. Oh no, we dropped Baby Gil again. Is he going to be okay? He's fine. Just put that helmet on his head.
Slightly hurt. No, it's destroyed. Red eyes. Hey, Symbiote Sam with a $10 super sticker. Thank you, Symbiote Sam. You guys are awesome today. Thank you so much. It really means a lot. Really, really appreciate everybody. We always say that, I don't expect anybody to ever give, but when you do, every little bit helps, and you keep the lights on around here. And so, you know what? Speaking of which, man, you know what I'm going to do? Symbiote Sam, if you could do me a favor, let me know in the chat if you are in the continental United States, because if you are, we got a little something for you. You are today's winner of this giveaway, because I got to do this giveaway. I've been sitting, dude, on this 3-pack Blu-ray set of Superman the movie and Superman 2, the Richard Donner cut, and Superman Returns. If you would like this, Symbiote Sam, and you're in the continental United States, let me know, and then you win. You get the giveaway. All right, how's that sound? So just let me know. And if not, I'm sorry. Hey, you're from Georgia. Hey, dude, Georgia. Cool. If you want it, it's yours. If you don't already have it, it's a nice collection. It's a great collection. And you know what? I love these old movies, man. I love these, but it's the Donner cut of Superman 2, Superman Returns, and Superman the movie, and it's Blu-ray. So if you would like that, please let me know. And then hit us up on social media so that I can get your contact information, and we will send it out to you. How's that sound?
Yeah.
All right.
Nice.
So always appreciate you guys. You want to see the next one, Johnny?
Oh yeah. Oh, nice.
That's the next one, folks.
That's essential reading right there.
Yep.
You really need to read that if you're a comic book fan. You need to read that.
Yep. So that's the next giveaway. So, all right. Awesome. Symbiote Sam. So yes, Symbiote Sam, congratulations. You're the winner. Hit me up on social media, and all those links are in the description below, Symbiote Sam. And so
the winner is you.
You win. All right. So there you go. We gave it away. All right. Awesome. We did a thing even before we got started, Johnny.
Yeah.
Yeah. So everybody in the chat. Yay, Symbiote Sam.
Hey.
Superman's like, you got my video, man. I caught this arrow and everything, but You got a better prize than I did. This was a kryptonite freaking arrow.
I don't know, that arrow's like a little sus. I'm just gonna say, I'm like,
Just a little bit. Right. What the heck is that?
What do you? Whoa, Superman,
Whoa.
back off! What are you coming at
Hey.
me with there, buddy? Whoa.
You want some of this?
No.
You want some of this? That's what you
No.
want, Johnny. That's what you want. The Phantom Menace needs.
That's an
This-
offline conversation, Soups. Okay.
This city needs an enema. All right. All right. So we're gonna jump right in, Johnny, to this. The Rocketeer's woke. Everything's woke. The world's crumbling. Everything is destroyed, Johnny.
It is.
And-
It's sad.
and here
And
we
again,
go.
yeah, they
Yes.
hate someone for making movies. Okay.
Yes. Here we go. Oops. It doesn't want to play.
Greetings,
There-
my
Whoa!
friends. I want to thank you all for
The heck was that, man? It didn't want to play, and then all of a sudden, greetings.
Wow. YouTube's trying to make us go deaf.
Jeez, Johnny, he's got
Oof.
something in his eye.
Is it salt?
It looks like salt. That's a lot of salt right there in his eye.
A lot of salt.
That does look, yeah, it does look like a lot of salt. Yes, Monkey Jeebus, that was a DC direct. Yeah, what?
When salt gets in your eyes.
By the way, guys, I'm working on an actual theme song for this show. I think this show needs its actual own theme song, and so we'll see what we can do. All right, here we go.
subscribing.
What's that?
Let's say maybe Don could do vocals.
Don can do vocals on backup.
I want to thank all of my channel members for supporting me in this endeavor to save pop culture.
And to okay, Gil, whatever, man. Like,
And to bring my people back to greatness.
yes, right. To bring Hydra back, shall we say? Gil, at this point, man, why don't you just take the mask off? You're gonna, you've already ticked off so many of your friends that eventually you're just gonna say or do something that's gonna take them off, and somebody's gonna out you. So I would just get it done with, man. Be loud and proud. Be loud and proud of who you are.
You know, I mean, maybe he'll cross the wrong person one of these days. I can't say that I wouldn't be surprised if that happened. You know,
I don't think you're ready for this nonsense. I don't think you're ready for this nonsense. I don't think you're ready for this. Is this nonsense too salt delicious for you, babe? Nim Jim, you know what? You're not wrong. Just saying. Okay, Commandant Gil is going to instruct us in the ways of the Rocketeer.
And if you are not subscribed, please consider supporting this channel. We need you. Thank you.
Yes.
Just remember that he poses as a villain. So if you do subscribe to him, if you do support him, technically you're supporting a villain,
I guess.
So,
but he's the future ruler, so I mean.
Oh, dude, did you hear the new song that somebody made about the dude?
Yeah, I thought didn't I send that to you? The guy on the guitar.
Oh my god.
Overlord DVD.
Oh my god, it's worse. I didn't think anything could be worse than Doomcock himself singing that whole stupid song about the ballad of
the rise of Skywalker.
Oh dear God! And some guy he actually was pretty decent. But my God, why are you writing a song about Doomcock?
I know it's like somebody hide those.
I'm gonna have to write a song.
Hide the instruments.
I'm gonna have to write a song, Johnny. I'm just gonna have to get it done with, man, and just rip it apart. I'm just saying.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
You know, ladies and gentlemen, it's gonna be a serious one because he starts off with okay.
I've got to try and calm down before I make this video.
Mm-hmm.
I have just learned that once again, Disney is ruining things that I loved in the past in order to go ahead and make new consumer product for the future.
Funny he didn't know about it until they tweeted it.
Because I've not been on Twitter for a bit because, I'm very busy with some real life stuff.
Trying trying to round up people.
trying to get your wing on the right side moving there a little bit there.
Yeah, trying to organize people from your Antarctic base. Commandant Gill. All right. We're just going to start calling him Commandant Gill. See what that does.
That is really pressing me and distracting me eating up a lot of my time.
We need some Doomcock.
It's been pressing him. It's really been pressing him. Whatever it is.
But like his sources know the intimacies of like conversations between Favreau and Kennedy, but they didn't know anything about this.
No, well, of course not. Of course not.
Okay.
He's been super busy with things like snorting cocaine,
cooking meth. Come on.
Trying to take over the world.
Yes. Playing with my puppets.
Exactly. I mean, it makes sense to me, dude. Like that's what he's all about, bro. That's what he's all about.
This is crack. This.
Maybe he's confusing salt with crack. Like he keeps like using all this salt, and it's like, no, Doomcock, that's crack. That's why he's so crazy.
Nice.
When I go on Twitter, what do I find? I find a notice that Disney Plus is essentially rebooting the Rocketeer and making it, guess what? Surprise, 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 woke.
So woke is his code word
for black.
It's his code word for.
So well, you're going to see here in just a second, folks. So basically, his idea of negative is basically anything that has put a black person in.
He's mad because the Rocketeer will be black. Just keep that in your mind.
At one point, literally in this video, you're going to hear like I thought he was literally going to come out and say they are trying to take away our heritage, and like stuff like because it sounded like
what he's saying because he's like they're ruining something I loved in the past by, so this is my history. Well, whatever.
Yeah, it gets bad here. It's like I wanted to where was it? Real life stuff. You mean dodging the FBI? And Ian brings up a good point, and I always want to voice this. Like, we are not against people who don't like Star Wars or don't like something legitimately. If you watch something and you're like, hey, I didn't care for this. Okay, great. I can have that conversation all day. I have friends who like stuff and don't like stuff and vice versa. And you know what? And it's okay. It's okay to like stuff or not like stuff. What the problem is when you start trying to blame everything on some political agenda, political motivation, trying to say, so I went to a comic book store, dude, and it was funny. They had these bookmarks, and one of the bookmarks had a girl on there and says, ask me, it had a picture of a cartoon girl and said, ask me about my feminist agenda. And I just thought about this because like seriously, it was a joke, but you know what I mean? Like that's the problem with these people. And so Ian, like, yeah, exactly. He says, I don't like the sequels, but I don't spend 24/7 trashing them because you have other things to do in your life, Ian. And you know what? And you're a smart person because who's got the time or the energy to literally just sit and gripe about Star Wars or anything else for that matter? Like,
well, he does because the only reason he gripes about it is because he earns money off of it. I mean, this is it's just ridiculous.
Yeah. No, I didn't, Anchorman. Get out of here with that. You know that's not true. Yeah. Look. Yes, and Bat Dan, you're absolutely right. Like, I hate wokeness a lot, but I also hate when people pull the woke card just because, and that is the point of this.
Yes.
Like, look, I am not about all these like I think that there are things that do take it too far with identity politics, with wokeness or whatever.
Well, and how do they know that this production company, these producers and stuff, didn't get together and say, hey, what if we pitch this idea to Disney about the Rocketeer, and then Disney, like, this might not even been Disney's woke agenda idea, right? This could have been this production company, these guys going, hey, we want to do this. Like, I mean, what's wrong with somebody wanting to do that? I mean, it's not like, I mean, they're not saying that the original character doesn't exist or now, even if it was a reboot, but this isn't a reboot. This is a continuation. This is a passing of the torch, a new chapter in this story. But sorry.
And again, folks, this is not us telling you who you should like, who you shouldn't like, what you should, what you know, anything like that. You can like whatever you like, watch whatever you like to watch, whatever. This is literally us just trying to make sure that people are aware. Like there's some nonsense here, and this is not being upfront with his audience, and so so that's that's just what we're saying. Absolutely, Ian. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. That's what we're here about. And that's what we want people to know, that this is not some personal thing. And this is us not just trying to be a-holes. This is us just literally trying to point out, hey, you know what? This is disingenuous. All right. So here we go.
Just what we needed. A woke Rocketeer, ladies and gentlemen, a woke Rocketeer. Deadline says here in an article by Anthony de Alessandro, the Rocketeer making a comeback on Disney Plus.
Yep.
With David Oliolo producing and circling the star, Ed Reichort penning. So, of course, you can see that our friend David Oyelowo is indeed a man of color, and he is looking to play the Rocketeer.
First of all, it doesn't even say that. It says he's producing. Now
and maybe star, maybe
he could, he absolutely could, but it doesn't even say that. So right there, right off the bat, he's literally, Gil is literally making stuff up, because that's not what it says at all. It doesn't say that he's going to star. He could very well star, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know. But the thing is that's not what this says. So report what is said, not what you think, Gil. Commandant Gil, do not just say the stuff that you want your people to hear so that you can milk some more cash out of them during your live streams. How about you report the news where it says the Rocketeer making a comeback on Disney Plus with David Oyelowo producing and circling to star? Maybe
no, but exactly.
But circling to star Ed Reichort penning. Circling to star Ed Reichort penning. Get it right, Gil. Just saying. It's important. You know, that's what a journalist does. That's what a reporter does. That's what somebody with legitimate credentials would do.
Exclusive. Disney is reviving a cult classic favorite, The Rocketeer, with a new Disney Plus movie titled The Return of the Rocketeer. David and Jessica Oyelowo are producing under their Yoruba Saxon banner. The project, written by Ed Reichort, will also be a possible starring project for the Selma actor. Well, isn't that special? It doesn't matter that Dave Stevens, the creator of The Rocketeer, is dead and in the ground.
What does that have to do with anything?
Go ahead and now completely adulterate this wonderful tale.
And I will say this. It does seem like he may be starring. Okay. I'm going to be completely honest with you. Like, I didn't see that part. He could very well be starring. I don't know. I guess the other guy's the writer, not a possible I mean, the way that headline's written, it sounds though like he's saying that person would star. So I don't know, but personally, that's the guy writing it. So, but here's the difference. I can admit when I'm like, hey, you know, I prejudged that a little bit. So I apologize. I was wrong. See how easy that is, Gil? And you notice something? I can admit when I'm wrong, and it's okay. I'm not taking personal offense that, I was wrong about something, and I have to keep on with, no, I was still right. I have to somehow spin it that I was still somehow right. I misread the thing. I didn't read ahead because I wasn't able to read ahead because I had to wait for you to move the page there, Gil. But you know what? If the guy stars, the guy stars. It really doesn't matter. But you know, and also the guy's in a helmet just like you, Gil. What matters is, what does the skin color matter?
that Dave Stevens poured his life's blood into all those many years ago. It is a classic, folks. It's not a cult classic, it's a classic. It had a great score by James Horner. It was an epic, fantastic superhero movie, one of my favorite superhero movies. It was just the right tone of sentiment.
But I've never talked about it before.
Patriotism, of heroism, of all those old-fashioned virtues that Hollywood now despises, oddly enough. And yet, there it was, The Rocketeer. It was absolutely fantastic. And they're going to go ahead and ruin it.
Work hard, play harder. This Labor Day weekend.
Ruin it? They're going to ruin it.
Ruin it.
Ruin it because it's going to have a black guy in it.
Like, yeah, I mean, we don't even know what the story is.
We don't even know. It could have amazing special effects. It could be really cool. It could be well acted, but it could be poor writing. I don't know. I mean, you haven't seen it yet. But yet you're judging it only because you know a black guy is going to write it and a black couple's producing and starring in it. Okay.
Yeah, well, exactly, Nim Jim. This idea that casting a black person erodes heritage is silly because it acts like white people and black people are two different species. It's very unfortunate. It's
sad.
very, very sad.
Monkey Jeebus is right. The cartoon was bad enough. Like the cartoon was not great. I don't even know if they're making new episodes of that, but the cartoon where it's like a continuation of the Rocketeer.
We're going to get to this, senior nerd. We're going to get to this, senior nerd. Nim Jim here says, "Can we watch the ad for the next hour instead?" Oh boy!
According to this article, the original movie, released in 1991, was directed by Joe Johnston and adapted from Dave Stevens' graphic novel. In that film, which made close to $47 million at the domestic box office and became a fan fave for the studio, a young pilot stumbles onto a prototype jetpack that allows him to become a high-flying masked hero.
Okay.
Well.
Okay.
Wow.
He stole it. He stole the jetpack, basically. But like, whatever.
So he's a thief. He's a thief. He's a white guy who's a thief.
Didn't he write the graphic novel because he couldn't get the script made or something? Like, I don't know. I mean,
I don't know.
I don't know. There's a whole story there, but like,
yeah. RJ, oh my gosh, RJ with another $4.99 super chat.
Thank you,
RJ. Thank you so much, buddy. Says the story of the sequel is centered on a former Tuskegee Airman. Yeah, he's going to read it in just a second, but yeah, former Tuskegee Airman inheriting the Rocketeer suit and jetpack. Strong possibility OG actors will return. Absolutely, RJ. And that's what I don't understand what is so wrong about this. So he's just that like mad that a black man is going to step into the role, and it's a continuation. It's the return of the Rocketeer, not return of the guy inside the Rocketeer outfit, Johnny, but just the return of the Rocketeer character as a superhero. And there's a black guy inside the costume. And doesn't it make sense that a former Tuskegee Airman? I think it's great, but you're going to see his reaction here in just a second.
Yeah.
Like of how he reacts to, of course. So,
thanks for the clarification, Jake.
Kiss all of that goodbye, folks. Kiss all of that goodbye. Now it's going to be the return of the Rocketeer with an all-new creative directive with Reed Court's story focusing on a retired Tuskegee Airman, of course, what else, who takes up the Rocketeer mantle.
What does that even mean?
I mean,
because of course, what else?
It's that's more code speak for, just about being black. I mean, what else to say? I mean, just it is what it is. He's just saying, well, of course, because Tuskegee Airmen were black, so now this guy, they're gonna. It's ridiculous. It's ludicrous.
He's literally just rambling with junk that he doesn't realize he's digging his hole even
this
further.
Son of a bitch is sitting up there acting like, well, I don't know if it was before. I don't know if it was after. Right. Oh Lord and Jesus, I don't remember. I got to look at my notes.
It's just. Oh my God. Oh my God. All right. So, because he's a Tuskegee Airman. So of course, what else? I don't even understand that statement, but all right.
So this is just absolutely wonderful, isn't it? Okay.
It could possibly be,
down
yes.
into this. So we can no longer simply have shows that we enjoy. No, it has.
Why can't you enjoy something with somebody who's black in it, Kommandant Gill?
Like, you haven't even seen it yet. I mean, wait until I would bet money. Like, I don't have a lot of money, but I would bet money that, wasn't it Billy Campbell who played the Rocketeer in the original movie? I would bet he shows up in this if he could. Maybe like a passing of the torch or something.
It doesn't matter. Can't we just have shows, Johnny, that we just enjoy without being so filled with wokeness, Johnny?
But who's what? Yeah, exactly.
Well, I'm sorry, Doomcock. We don't all have tea leaves and magic 8 balls to tell us like what the future is going to be and how sucky this movie is going to be. So
double dribble.
Jeez.
To be politicized. Everything has to be political.
It's not political.
Everything has to be woke. Everything has to be a platform to talk about social change and racism, blah, 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 blah. We can't simply enjoy a TV show or a movie anymore.
As a white person who doesn't like black people, we just can't enjoy it anymore, man. We can't enjoy good, white, pure entertainment anymore, Johnny.
He sounds like he sounds like a racist old man.
Yep.
He does. He's out of his mind. This is absolutely, he's upset because a black person will be starring in the new Rocketeer movie.
Yep.
Tell me I'm wrong.
And he's not hiding it. He is literally given no reason yet. And he doesn't. Spoiler alert, he doesn't
because
in the rest of the video.
It ruins the history. They're trying to ruin your history.
Because a black person's in it.
It's whatever. You can't learn about that thing. It's going to ruin our history. Or you can't have this person in that role. It's going to ruin the history. I mean, come on.
Dang. RJ here with another $4.99 super chat. Dang, RJ. Thank you so much, man. You rock, bro. Says The Rocketeer is one of my fave movies. I'm just happy to have any kind of continuation. Doomcock probably related to Timothy Dalton's character. Oh, man. Well, Doomcock is motivated. He's motivated, Johnny. Like he's got a purpose. He knows what he wants to do. He wants to eliminate. I mean, he wants to conquer. I mean, he wants to.
It's just.
Well, you get the point, right? He's motivated.
Every dead body on the top of Mount Everest was once a highly motivated person. So maybe let's just calm down, okay?
Wow. Okay. Yes. Let's do that. Okay. Can we just calm down?
What a crock of Johnson.
What a crock of Johnson this is. I mean, seriously, like the more we watch Doomcock videos, Johnny, the more like I said,
his filter, his is not there. Like it's just this is kind of unhinged. This is like, it's really hard to hide the blatant racism here. I mean,
is Gil short for Gilbert, Gillian, Gilligan? Now sit right back and you hear a tale of a big a-hole that had a stupid helmet and was really old, with Gilligan and Jeremy too, Ryan Kinnell, and they're white. They hate movie stars.
Science and wokeness too.
Here on Kommandant Gill's Isle. Oh my gosh.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh.
It writes itself.
It really does. Hey, what's up, Ill Life?
Maybe he'll write another ballad about, I saw the new Rocketeer and I cried at the black man.
I agree, Monkey Jeebus. I absolutely agree. Gilbert.
Shifty Gill is short for guilty of being a bigot.
Wow, that's awesome.
Shifty.
I like that one. I like that one a lot. That's
great.
Wow. I love this. Doomcock is Gilbert Godfrey.
What's up with this Rocketeer? I mean, is he a rocket? Is he a guy? Is he white? Is he black? Who are these people?
He had to do something after he lost the Aflac gig.
Right? Okay. All right. Jeez.
This makes me sick. It makes me sick, ladies and gentlemen. It makes me sick.
It makes my white heart cry.
Nowhere anymore without being assaulted with propaganda.
We can't go anywhere anymore where the blacks aren't on their side of the room and the whites are on our side of the room. They're drinking from the same water fountains as us now. What are they going to do next? They're going to sit at the same counter as us. They're going to want to sit at the front of the bus, Johnny.
Oh, God forbid. I mean, it's... I don't know. I mean, the guy acts like someone's going and photoshopping themselves into his old family photos. Like, again, he's mad because black people are making a movie. And yet
right, tough commander. Sick? How reasonable from an emotionally mature adult.
Well, you've got a lot of misconceptions in that sense there, tough commander. Reasonable, emotionally mature adult. Those are things that don't apply to Doomcock or Gil in this matter.
Yes, Kommandant Gil. Yes. Does he know anything about the movie other than the fact that a black man is in it? No.
Yeah.
No. But here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen. This is one thing that we can know, and that is that Doomcock is doing this for all the right reasons. And speaking of doing things for the right reasons, don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, coming out on Croc Plus. Croc Plus, Johnny, is growing by leaps and bounds. So many subscribers on Croc Plus. I kind of want to start a second channel just called it Croc Plus. That'd be hilarious. But ladies and gentlemen, coming to Croc Plus very soon.
Oh yeah,
Big Trouble in Little Lucasfilm.
Amazing
story of Civil War, Johnny, going on in behind the scenes.
Bring in the white to the fight.
Heck yeah! And then of course, don't forget, of course, that new series coming out, Likey. Yes. Whoa.
That's so good.
Welcome to the nonsense right there. Absolutely streaming BS exclusively on Croc Plus. And and then of course also HBO Crocs is also, I tell you what, there's Croc Plus, but there's HBO Crocs. HBO Crocs is also making Blue Bubble the movie coming soon, and of course, Johnny, the one that I can't wait for, my personal favorite, the prequel trilogy. All Brie, even under those helmets, ladies and gentlemen, it will be Brie Larson. And she
even does all the sound effects for that movie.
She does.
Pew, pew,
dude, what I love about Croc Plus is they even have us covered on Saturday mornings, just like the old days.
Yes,
with Fandom Menace babies. They make up stuff. It's true.
Make up stuff. That's true. Wah, 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 wah. Back a random 42.
Can't you just hear them whining right now? Like, I swear. I can just...
Doomcock, why are you so sick? I just found out there's a black neighbor.
Oh, no. Oh, no, not that.
No. I mean, seriously, I hate... It's... Oh. Ooh. It's
hey, Doomcock.
Am I wrong?
You're not, dude. But here's the thing. I think I found the problem. Doomcock sat on that ergonomic chair we sent him.
Ooh, yeah.
Heck yeah.
It's
But,
pear-shaped, and I love it.
He does. Anyways, back his Doomcock Archie Bunker. Oh, see, now here's something I will say, Aaron. So, like, I just watched a thing, from All in the Family. Actually, it was a video that popped up in my newsfeed on Facebook. And there's something interesting about All in the Family. All in the Family gets blamed a lot. Archie Bunker gets blamed a lot for being a racist, and he was a racist in the show.
The character, yes.
The character, yes. But it's interesting because even the character of Archie Bunker at least learned things along the way. Right, about race, and they talked about things like that. Show would never be on the air today because it was actually honest about a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Oh,
and it dealt with race during that time period in the 70s in a very interesting way, and it was honest about that, and it was honest about those relationships. And then you had that spinoff, the Jeffersons, and stuff, and so like. It was interesting because the little clip that I saw was like one of Archie's friends like sets up a black woman to like jump into bed with him and like he thinks that he had sex with a black woman, and like, but the thing is that like he's not upset because it's a black woman, he's just upset because he's married, he's happily married and stuff, but like the joke is that Archie was this racist, but as the show went on, he learned lessons, right?
Yeah.
And the problem here is that this is not even like that, because this is a real life human being under that helmet. Like, he's got this dramatic thing that he's showing you this helmet, right? And making this character up. But there's a real life human being. Doomcock is a real person with these types of views, right?
Yeah.
And that's what's scary about this, is that Doomcock is a real person that is actually sitting here telling you that he's pissed off. He's very mad just because a black person is going to be in his loved and admired, remake, or not even a remake, but a continuation of a movie that like he just can't even believe a black person is like, why can't we just have stuff that we enjoy anymore?
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry, Gil. Sorry, Commandant Gil, if you can't enjoy a movie or a show with black people in it, even if they're behind a mask as well.
He's just, I mean, yeah.
So,
I mean, own this,
yeah.
dude. Like, they don't just hide it, own it. I mean, you're sitting here spewing it. You might as well just show us what you really are. And that's
behind a mask,
what you're doing right there.
And a poor mask by anyone's standards.
From the woke wankers in Hollywood. I've said it.
I love how he calls people woke wankers, yet pretty much all of them just get around in a circle jerk and make each other feel better by telling each other that they're like so supreme compared to everyone else and bringing on token people of different ethnicities when they need to say, hey, look, we have black people too. Look, we have Asian people too. Look, we have women too. Okay.
I don't know how many times on this channel that Hollywood does not make entertainment anymore. Hollywood just makes woke propaganda. They don't view our treasured narratives, our modern myths, our geek mythology as anything more than a platform to produce the desired social change they want to inflict upon us.
Look, I'm like the biggest nerd, right? I'm the biggest nerd around, Johnny, and I love nerd culture. I love all that stuff. But this is stupid to take this so seriously and act like they're eliminating our culture, our modern myths, are like.
Well, they're saying, they're trying to tell you what. So you're saying that a black person playing a superhero in a movie is ruining your culture?
Mm-hmm.
That's disturbing. That's disturbing. That's racist. You can't say it's not. I mean, like, if you think Doomcock's a racist, that's great. I do. You know what I mean?
But Johnny, at least he's not doing it for the money.
Oh, of course not. Of course not.
Doomcock. I love this. Florida Matt says Doomcock likes the Rocketeer. He didn't even mention this before. That's how I know he's lying.
Well, I mean, because who talks about a 30-year-old movie?
I don't.
Like the
I don't
Rocketeer
remember
all the time.
I don't remember. I don't remember Commandant Gill ever, saying anything about. Yeah. Who is he looking at when he turns his head?
Exactly. I don't know.
Well, we know it's not his wife because we found out last week from.
we know for a fact he's not married.
We know he's for a fact now he's not married. So, like, I don't know, man. Like, who knows? But like I said, Johnny, at least we know that that the man is not doing it for the money, because we know Doomcock would never do it for the money.
Represent that, sir. I have never in my life done anything just for the money. If I'm lying, may the Lord strike me down right now.
That's Jeremy walking away from Doomcock.
I mean, you're not wrong. I wonder if they still talk on the phone.
The Doomcocketeer. Maybe that could come to Croc Plus. That'd be a good one.
Get our programming guys on it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. All right, here we go.
I love the Rocketeer.
We know.
I have all sorts of Rocketeer toys. I have a statue of the Rocketeer.
He's got a Rocketeer toy.
Is it red?
Just saying. It's going where no man has gone before, because he doesn't know the difference between the Rocketeer and Star Trek, but just saying.
I have so many editions of the Rocketeer collected in the original comics. I have got a movie display on my wall of the Rocketeer flying high in better days.
In better days. Those days when the Rocketeer was white.
I guess so. I mean,
he loved Star Trek so much. Everything's being gone. Hey, you want to test that theory there, Doomcock?
You may test that assumption at your convenience.
Oh,
yeah. I love this. I love the Rocketeer since 5 seconds ago. My proof is a statue that's kept off screen that I can't show a picture of. Gil, totally not Commandant. Totally not. Totally not.
Totally not. Totally not.
We need evidence. We need to see these official toys of the Rocketeer that you say you have in better days, like the 1930s.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
He doesn't live in, like, it's just, he lives in this racist little bubble.
He does.
I thought that was something of a minor masterpiece, that film. It's something that I loved, and yet no more. Now it is simply a vehicle, a tool to go ahead and transform society.
I have a poster on my wall that looks just like this JPEG.
Why in God's name can't they just leave these movies and TV shows alone? Why is it that kids have to be exposed to these classic properties for the first time with inferior, shoddy, woke remakes? Well, I think that answers the question right there, isn't it?
Wow.
He's losing it, man.
That is like,
he's absolutely losing it, dude. Like, you can hear it in his voice. He's cracking. He's
Gil hasn't been this upset since the Allies took Normandy.
Where's that? I missed that one.
Nim Jim. You're not wrong. Oh, I mean, he's worried about kids being exposed. Again, he's mad that children will watch a black person as a superhero. That's racist. That is racist. There's no.
Why can't they just leave our stuff alone, Johnny?
That's
and
racist.
Leave our myths alone. They're ruining it.
That's like veiled hate speak right there. That's like coded, that's like trying to be racist without sounding racist, without coming out and saying exactly what it is. Like, this is absolutely ludicrous. Like, he doesn't even hide it. He's not hiding it.
Why do kids have to be exposed to black people?
I mean, come on, man. That's like what.
Monkey Jeebus, you know what? Here's the thing. Here's the thing, though. From the information that I have been privy to, it's absolutely not that he's just mishearing what he's saying, that like he's just frustrated because he loves something. And, like, I wish it was that. I really wish I would give him the benefit of the doubt if he didn't have a track record. But he has an absolute track record.
It's woke. It's inferior. It's bad. It's hurting people because it stars a black person.
Yep.
Wow.
Hello, Florida says, upset about kids. Name is Doomcock.
Has a channel that's clearly not for children. Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's Infinity and Beyond. Yes, Enosh, he literally used the word inferior. Yeah. That's racist in and of itself, because that's all he knows about is that a black guy is there. That's it.
Was he mad? Was he mad when Tim Burton race swapped,
Two-Face?
Two-Face?
Yeah, Harvey Dent.
I mean, give me a break, dude.
Yeah, you didn't see people doing this kind of stupid stuff. Like, I don't know. Not on this level. Not on this level. Would you please think of the children's? The children's. I agree, Aaron. He's going to explode very soon.
Wow.
Yeah. Doomcock's going to prove it by doing a horrible split screen with him proving he's not the Kommandant. With the Kommandant saying, I am not Doomcock. See, I told you.
Well, hold on, let me get to this side. Let me change helmets. It's not me.
It's the same outfit from the neck down, just a different helmet. Whoops.
Wow. I mean, there's like listen, I mean, we've got fans of this show and of the channel that have said, hey, I'd like if what he's saying is true in regards to Lucasfilm or this or that or the Lucas cut, I would love to see that. Why are you guys picking on him? Like, but this, I don't see anybody jumping in to defend this, because he's flat out racist. Like, he's got no reason. There's no production stills. There's no previews. There's no trailer. There's nothing to say about this other than who's going to be in it and who wrote it and who's producing it.
Yeah.
And they're people of color. They are black. Like, they're African Americans. Like,
so Jake level.
Oh.
So real quick, here's the quick history on that. There is another video channel called BitChute. If you're familiar with it, fine. If you're not, fine. But real quick, so on BitChute, was it last year that this came out? There is a character named the Kommandant who is very much filled with racist, Nazism stuff that has a very similar shtick to Doomcock. He claims to be this leader who broadcasts from the Antarctic, and very much actually like Doomcock just lets slip same hand gesture, same stuff. And look, people have done voice recognition on him and stuff with Doomcock because they're so similar. And the thing is that I have seen that it comes back anywhere between 90 to 97%. I think it was absolute a match. People have done some research on him, and people are and Doomcock is aware that people are after him because he's literally bouncing his signals all over the planet so that you can't track him down. He doesn't want people to know who he is. And the thing is like the Kommandant thing is very, very serious. Like, it says some really bad stuff that is basically trying to organize people, but trying to do it in a satirical way. And it's really gross. And it's amazing because then all of a sudden Doomcock pops up, same shtick, same, stylish, thick, green screen background, helmet, kind of, costume, like you said, hand gestures, all that stuff. And from what I've seen from the stuff that's been presented to me, that is not for me to release. I will just say, Venomous, if you ask me what my personal opinion is, yes.
I
do.
I can't say no.
I could be completely wrong, but and if I was wrong, I would gladly say I'm wrong. But given what spews out of this man in this persona, it absolutely makes me believe that he could be the Kommandant. And so many people have come forward saying that they think that he's the Kommandant. And a guy named Ketwalski. You can look it up here on YouTube, man. There's a video on it.
Yeah.
If you look up Ketwalski Kommandant, there's a whole thing on it. But there's even more deeper stuff even than the Ketwalski stuff that I've seen that has given me pause. I mean, major pause when it comes to this. So and as far as the Gil thing. Where we got that was he was on Midnight's Edge once last year, before COVID, and so they were, or during COVID or whatever, when they were using apparently Zoom or something. And when he came in, he did not have his name. Like if I take this away, my name comes up here, Poindexter Lounge, Enosh, and Johnny's is Johnny Pop. His came in, it said Gil. And there are people with screenshots of it. I don't have a screenshot of it, but there are people with screenshots of it. And halfway through, he changed it to Doomcock. Well, that video got taken down by Midnight's Edge, never to be seen again. So, so there you go.
Makes you wonder.
Yeah, and Nim Jim, I am aware of Knights of Melvin. Anyways, and here's the question, David. That's a really good question, because stuff like this is absolutely sick. This is sickening.
This goes against community standards, I would think. It's thinly veiled racism.
Right. Yep, and you're absolutely right, Venomous. It is terrifying because it's you notice how he's always talking about, like, we're saving pop culture. I need your help to save pop culture. This ain't about pop culture. This is about culture, because that's what he talks about. They're taking away our culture. They're taking away our myths, our legends, our things. Whose things? These things belong to everyone, Johnny. They belong to black, white, everybody in between, and like all around. This is not a black, or white issue. This is not, this only belongs to white people. These are myths that belong to white people or whatever. And it's very, very sickening to me.
It is. It's gross. It's just absolutely gross.
So we all caught up? All right, here we go.
Because they want to indoctrinate kids at the youngest age possible.
Mind you, this is all stemming from the fact that a black guy might be possibly playing the heir apparent to the Rocketeer. That he's literally going off on this whole rant. I want to remind you, he's going off on this whole rant about your kids being brainwashed, about wokeness, indoctrinated, like they're stealing all of our culture. They're doing all this simply because of an article that says they're thinking about making a continuation of the Rocketeer, where a Tuskegee Airman, a black man, inherits the rocket pack and the outfit to become the Rocketeer. Not doing away with the first movie, not doing away with any of the stuff that came in the first movie, but simply this. Now, it's going to get worse here in just a minute, because he's going to not just include black people, but also women. Just wait.
To believe as they believe, to go ahead and think the right thoughts in the right order and the right shade, to go ahead and inflict upon the world this social change that they advocate. We're already losing Snow White. We're losing The Little Mermaid. We have lost The Lion King. We have lost Aladdin. We have lost so much in our culture because it is being remade and remade and remade, recycled and recycled and recycled, rehashed and rehashed, and there won't be anything left of value for future generations.
He hates those things because they have non-white actors in primary leading roles.
The only thing, Johnny.
That's the only thing he's got about it. Whether you like them or not, it's not about whether or not they're good films, whether they're well written, great stories, anything like that. He hates these things because of non-white actors in leading roles. That's it. That's the bottom line. He is flat out a racist, and that is why we had to do this one. He is a racist. Oop, I just bumped the table. I'm just like,
Johnny's like, I have had it. Johnny's going to lose it. He's going to do his own video.
Sorry. He is. Where half the time, if not more, we get Doomcock defenders in here. Where are the people defending this? I mean, seriously,
you can't defend.
You can't.
You can't defend this. This is undefendable. This is like getting tossed out of
yeah. How did white people lose Aladdin? That's great. I mean,
right? That's what I want to know. How did white people supposedly lose Aladdin? We lost Snow White. Really? We lost Little Mermaid. Like, okay. We lost them. We lost them. See, Mary, I agree. Like it fits with the timeline, this Rocketeer timeline. It absolutely fits with that. I mean, like, I'm telling you right now, exactly, Levon. This is a problem. This is what we've been saying over and over and over and over again. And the guy is losing it, and he's cracking. He's cracking under this kind of stuff because he hates it so much, and he's angry about it so much. Remember, what does he always say? Stay angry, my friend. He's so angry that now he thinks we've lost all these things. You know, George Lucas's wife seeing this video will be so pissed. Yeah, she's black. She's black. You know, oh my God, are we going to lose Star Wars to black people now? Like, you know what I mean? Like, yes, it's full on hate. Yes. How did white people lose Aladdin? Exactly. You know, yeah, I mean, like, you know, I don't know. Johnny, the Lion King is set where?
Africa.
Oh. So us white people have lost that too.
Oh.
Because white voices aren't the ones, you know, doing the remakes of that. Like the original doesn't exist. You know what? Hakuna Matata, Doomcock. No worries, buddy. It's always going to be there.
Now you've shown the world what you really are.
Yep.
I mean, there's, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if this one disappears at some point from his channel.
Yep. Oh, you're right, Darkness. Yeah, he's coming unglued. This hatred has engulfed him so much.
Well, yeah. I mean, this isn't just saying crazy like, oh, George Lucas is coming back to Star Wars. Kennedy's on the way out. Maybe it'll happen. This is just being pissed because you just can't hold the racism.
But Jake, it's white people myths. Come on, it's white. It's our culture. It's our culture, Jake. They're taking it away from us as white men. Now, you see here, it immediately went to this picture.
Oh yeah, the Disney Junior thing.
What you're about to see is just highly pathetic.
I mean, dear God in heaven, they have already desecrated the Rocketeer beyond all recognition.
Doomcock doesn't like little girls. God forbid this cute little girl with pigtails with a rocket that's like, it's the Rocketeer for Disney Junior. Like a thing where they've done like mini children's shows, Johnny.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, just are having fun with it or whatever. God forbid that they do something like this, you know, because they've desecrated it, Johnny. Listen to the words that he's using. Like, this guy is a straight up moron. Like, I'm the biggest nerd around, Johnny, but like desecrated?
That's like
desecrated the Rocketeer. Like, seriously?
Like it's a religious figure or something like that, right?
I know, like you know, like this is like, you know, the Rocketeer is his Lord and Savior, for God's sake.
This is, and I mean, it's made.
He just converted to Rocketeerism.
It's on Disney Junior, like it's exactly like rockets with glare. You know, it's like it's on Disney Junior, so it's made for what, preschoolers. So I mean, I don't know, but then again, he's a huge Rocketeer fan. Why has he not mentioned it until now?
Well, you know.
This has been out for a while.
On Disney Junior, We went ahead and had this version of the Rocketeer. It's not even Tiny Rocketeer or Rocketeer Jr. or anything. No, it's just plain the Rocketeer. So a whole generation of kids watching Disney Jr. have already been exposed to a complete bastardization of what the Rocketeer was. First of all, it's a little kid. Second of all, it's a little girl. Notice the pigtails. And third of all, it's got nothing whatsoever to do with Dave Stevens' Rocketeer. They've even screwed up the helmet, the most iconic thing about the Rocketeer.
Do we even have to say anything to that?
As I have 2 daughters, and I'm thinking very non-Christian things about Doomcock, because I mean, this is just so wrong. He hates this because the Rocketeer is played by a little girl. And again, this series, from what I remember reading production notes or something when it was coming out, this isn't a remake. This is also kind of a continuation of the story. Isn't I believe. Yeah, exactly. Or I only drive Ford motor cars because of Henry Ford's political beliefs, right? Or, I mean, he's showing you what he really is. And so I hope none of you defend him. This is just absolutely disgusting.
Mm-hmm. Like, I'm sorry, but this is. Hey, what's up, Nightstar? Good to see you, man. This is. I don't. To call this picture a bastardization, like, because one, it doesn't say that it's Rocketeer Jr., and then 2, it's a girl. Look, she's got pigtails, God forbid. And just because it's not a direct, like, pull from the original, like, why would it be? It's a show on Disney Junior. Why are you scouring Disney Junior shows?
What about all the Winnie the Pooh stuff they've made that was so far removed from A.A. Milne's source material? Or they own the Muppets now, and they've gotten so far away from the source material of Jim Henson. I mean, it's they own the property.
Just a couple of weeks ago, Frank Oz came forward and said that Disney doesn't want him. And you know what? That's legitimate. That's a legitimate thing.
Well,
right?
that's legit. And there's some,
But this is just conjecture. This is just literally like making stuff up, and it's sickening. But
it's just
they've already recycled this once. They're going to recycle it again now. Okay, a different shade of woke. We've got a little girl flying around as the Rocketeer. That's just delightful. And now we're going to have it's a as a little girl, it's a Tuskegee Airman. It's got to be woke. Checkbox. And meanwhile, it's the kids that suffer.
It's the kids that suffer. Dude, you already literally have a freaking movie with a white dude flying around as the Rocketeer. What are you so pissed off about? This is going to be a continuation showing a different story that continues off there. It doesn't take away from your story that you love so desperately all of a sudden, and it doesn't hurt anybody. It's literally just like, hey, here's a different take on it. Here's a different take on this project. And look, if it comes out and it sucks, I'll be the first one to sit here and go, look, I don't care who's in it, and I don't care what race you are or whatever. This movie just sucks.
But how does this hurt children?
That's
the biggest.
The thing. Welcome. The thing says kids suffer from the Rocketeer. LOL. Right?
Wow.
How the F are kids suffering? I don't know.
I
don't know.
I can't. I'm not going to sit here and go on about privilege, but I can't imagine. What if I was a black teenager or a young lady, and I stumbled across this video somebody who loved nerd culture and all that, and I stumbled across that and saw him spewing these things out. Like I don't know. You know what I mean? Like this is just it's disturbing.
This takes it to a whole other level than what we usually joke around about. Seriously,
kids who have seen this as a Rocketeer for the first time will be confused at seeing the real Rocketeer, if indeed they ever see it. God knows what Disney may go ahead and put the Rocketeer in a vault somewhere so that they can go ahead and have no competition with the woke masterpieces that they're.
Why would they be confused?
I
don't get that.
He's a moron.
Like that doesn't make any sense. Like, so if they see Supergirl, are they somehow confused that Superman exists?
Exactly.
If they see Batgirl, are they somehow confused as to how Batman exists?
Or how can Miles Morales and Peter Parker both be Spider-Man?
Oh my gosh! I mean, right? Because Miles Morales isn't even white.
No,
we all know that spiders only like biting white people and giving them superpowers. They're unleashing upon the public. Look at this desecration. I hardly said.
It's seriously a cute little girl in a pink outfit with a rocket on jetpack, and he's calling her a desecration.
Yeah, this is a desecration. Wow.
Anything at the time. I figured, well, it's over on the Disney Kid channel. Who gives a shit? It's going to die a quick death. But no, they go ahead like a mama bird. They chew up the disgusting worm, which was revolting in the first place. And then they go ahead and spit it into the mouths of our willing kids. And parents aren't even paying attention. They don't know. They're not geeks like us. They're not tied into our values and to our view of pop culture.
Our values and our they're not. Parents are letting their kids be indoctrinated.
Johnny, nerds have specific values. He's not talking about nerds here, folks.
He's not. He's veiling. He's hiding his racist and misogynistic views under the guise of being a nerd and a superhero fan.
Yep. He ain't talking about that. Like, and Bradley, you're absolutely right. Kids don't give a crap about the Rocketeer. They're not looking for something that's telling a story from the 1930s when they're 5, 6 years old watching Disney Junior. You're not going to get unless it's like a real special kid who's really into some really intellectual stuff. And there are kids like that. But for the most part, but even if they are, most of the time, they're probably not going to be watching Disney Junior, the Rocketeer. They're going to be into older stuff, more mature stuff. So this is so stupid. These kids aren't we lost Blue's Clues. Stay angry.
Stay angry, my friends.
I mean, come on.
They replaced Joe or Steve or whatever.
Right?
I mean, come on. It's just
only geeks are racist like me. Am I right, guys? Gil, totally not the Commandant.
It's like,
come on, guys. They don't have the same value as us nerds who are white. I mean that are right. We're right, right? Am I right, guys? Come on.
Does he close this? When I first watched this, I expected him to close this video with "Stay white, my friends."
I told you guys, this is one of the worst ones ever.
This is terrible.
They just go ahead and they sit their kids in front of the TV so they get babysat for a while, and then this kind of filth, honestly.
Filth. My God! Now you're going to get me, going off. Filth.
This is filth.
We are talking about a freaking movie. Can I reiterate that enough? Listen to me. We are talking about a freaking movie about a guy with a helmet and a jetpack called The Rocketeer. And this idiot is going on about a cute little girl in a pink outfit with a jetpack and calling her filth, saying that it's degrading. You, Doomcock, Gil, Mr. Commandant, are a worthless, pathetic, scrawny, little sorry sack of a man. The only reason you convince anybody is because you modulate your voice and make yourself look bigger or seem bigger with that freaking helmet on your head. You are nothing. And if you judge your success to everybody as a small little YouTube channels because you have some subscribers, some idiots that want to follow along with this, or that you've convinced and scared into, these people are going to take over pop culture away from you. They're going to come into your house and take your copy of the Rocketeer right out of your hands. Shut up.
It's not like they're rewriting history books. I mean, golly, they're making movies and TV shows.
This is, I'm sorry, Johnny, but this really upsets me because exactly, Venomous, it's not real.
No.
It is not a degradation. It is.
I mean, it's I mean, racism, misogyny, those things are not funny, but the fact that he can't hide it anymore is kind of funny. Like he's not hiding it here. People always, people would get mad if we ever said stuff like, Doomcock only hates Ray because she's a woman. Well, you can't really argue with this. You know what I mean? Like he doesn't hold back. He's not pulling any punches here. It's hard to keep the racism and the misogyny behind that thin veil when you're spewing stuff like this. He's not just a disgrace to fandom. He's a disgrace to people. People should not be this way. It's disgusting.
Howard the Duck is one of our white myths. Going way back, Howard the Duck, and now they're going to make him a black duck, Johnny.
No.
It's horrible. It's an abomination.
I'm surprised you didn't get upset that Gamora was played by a black actress.
Well, at least they covered her in green. It's a better color, right, Johnny?
Ooh.
Yes, Tough Commander. Pink little girls with pigtails are filth. Good to know. Yep. Yeah. Thank you, Gil.
Exactly.
Thank you, Commandant Gil. So glad that you were able to tell us that. Doomcock is fluent in duck speak.
Ooh.
This Daffy will be cast to play Howard the Duck. Giving white duck roles to black ducks. Oh,
it's the end of the world.
What's it Disney will give, because there's only, because every, you know how they like put like Michael B. Jordan, like every time you talk about a black actor playing something, it's got to be Michael B. Jordan, because there's only one black actor apparently in all of Hollywood. So that's just going to be it. Daffy will be now play. They're going to take Daffy Duck, a black duck, and make him into all the other white ducks. So yes, Howard the Duck is now going to be played by Daffy Duck. Oh, and of course, Disney being woke, they're going to change Donald Duck into Daffy Duck and make him a black duck, along with all the other ducks in Duckburg. And of course they're gonna switch out Scrooge McDuck. He's gonna be now a philanthropist duck who gives to Black Lives Matters and is a black duck that somehow is rich. And we know that can't be true, Johnny, because black ducks can't be rich.
No, never. I mean, black ducks can only play historically black duck roles.
Yes. This is absolutely sick. And yes, Adam, you're absolutely right. He's not even trying to hide it in this video. It's like he lost it so much over this stupid thing that his true colors, no pun intended, shown through. Nim Jim here says Looney Tunes is the great myth of our time. Gil totally not comment.
Totally not.
I love that he's putting that there. I love that.
Oh, it's great.
Frontman says, I pray that the next Star Wars is all Mexicans. God, please.
And that the Millennium Falcon plays that like da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Oh, jeez.
Every time they open the doors. No.
Oh, man. They got a pinata hanging, you know, because it's got to be like just culturally like ridiculous, you know. Oh, my God.
Is that Han Solo? No, it's me, Solo Loco. You know, like I would love it. It's just, I mean, yeah. I mean, Bradley makes a good point. Like, yeah, is Vader woke now because it was a white actor in the suit voiced by a black man?
They appropriated the white man.
They took away David's voice.
Right. The thing, like, who knew the Rocketeer was so triggering to Doomcock?
That was who knew that was what was pushing him over the edge.
Who knew that would be the thing, man?
Oh.
Like, okay, let's finish this up.
It gets shoveled into their heads. And who is the victim? The kids.
Wow.
The kids.
Wow.
Who are being fed a distorted version of what our culture is supposed to be.
Ooh.
Our culture.
Whoa. What our culture is. Notice, not pop culture. What our culture.
Oh, call us out. Please, Gil. Call me out. What our culture's supposed to be. You are a racist. I pray that you see the error of your ways, dude, because this is terrible. Terrible that you would think of other human beings this way. It's terrible. Terrible. As Charles Barkley would say, it's terrible. Terrible.
Man. Wow.
Culture has got a bunch of masterpieces, and these masterpieces of art, of literature, of film, are kind of pillars upon which our civilization rests. We have common myths, common language, common reference points that bind us all together, that run through our pop culture and create a coherent narrative that we can all relate to. But now, everything is fragmented. Everything is splintered off with this version of the Rocketeer, that version of the Rocketeer. God knows how many versions of the Rocketeer are going to exist in the future, except for the real Rocketeer, except for the real Ariel, except for the real Snow White, for God's sakes.
The real. So let me get this straight.
The real one.
The white ones that Disney made are the real ones, Johnny. As long as Disney was making white versions of things from different cultures, mind you, all those things came from different cultures, Johnny.
Wow.
All those things came from different cultures.
Yeah, they did. But the Disney white versions or the original whitewashed, corporate versions, those are the real versions, the myths upon which our society is built, our culture. Those are the pillars.
Spherical Man, don't think for a second that I didn't miss that I didn't think of that exact same thing when he said masterpieces.
Ambassador. I bet he loves Song of the South. You're not wrong. Yeah.
I'm just saying, guys.
It's
Kurt Cameron says I will personally be rebooting VeggieTales, but only with white Christian vegetables.
Reboot it with fruits only.
Common culture.
Common culture. Oh. Wow. That's just, he's not hiding it, man. This is like, we so had to watch this one. And it's,
Thank you, Nim Jim. Yep. And yeah, if there was any doubt in my mind that Overlord DVD and Kommandant are the same person, it's gone now.
Yeah, there's little room for doubt there.
Cauliflower tails.
White tails, white tails. White tails.
Is a systematic dismantling of Western civilization.
East. That's hate speak right there. Like, I don't know what to say.
A dismantling, Johnny.
So,
of Western civilization,
based on the Rocketeer, I didn't know.
Based on a report that the Rocketeer might be played by a black man in a continuation of the original story.
Wow.
Okay.
This is eliminating our ability to talk about the stories that we love.
How? Can we do a whole podcast next week, Johnny, just on like Snow White? If we did, can we still do that? Did this eliminate? Did this eliminate? Like, look, if I want to watch the Rocketeer and do like a watch party, the original Rocketeer, like, and we want to have a commentary about it, does this eliminate in any way our ability to do stuff like that?
Nope.
Then what the HE double hockey sticks are you freaking talking about, Doomcock? How does it eliminate anything? It doesn't. It doesn't eliminate one thing.
Wow.
This is
he a racist. He's out of his head.
The guy might as well be up on a podium watching soldiers walk by and saluting them right now. Because he's trying to call people to arms.
It tracks.
He is trying to call people to some social ridiculous garbage to get people to rise up and come against like all this stuff. Like,
I mean, yeah, and it's all about the Rocketeer.
Yes, Darkness Deluxe, Western civilization is only white. Literally no one could argue that. Nim Jim, my VCR player broken. Now the past is dead. Gil, totally not comment. All right, Gil.
Gil, you are nuts. You just, this is, I pray you.
What have we been saying, Johnny? Like seriously, Johnny, how long have we been talking about this stuff? And we get these like ridiculous idiots who come in here and they're like, no, I love Doomcock. He's my best friend. I totally believe he's fighting for us. He's fighting for pop culture.
He's just trying to be funny. There's nothing funny about these takes, dude.
What do you do with this? Literally, like Johnny said earlier, how the heck do you defend this?
Yeah,
there's no possible way. Like seriously, there's no way you can defend this mess.
You can't.
And it's a disgrace. Kids don't know what they're doing. They don't know what they're looking at. They go ahead.
They just love people unconditionally. They don't see race. They don't see race and color like we do, like we should. Like we should absolutely see race and color to defend our white heritage and our white culture. Kids can be completely molded to think that all cultures are fine, that all cultures are acceptable, and that Snow White, it's right in her freaking name, guys. It's Snow White. Ariel, for God's sake. She was a freaking mermaid. All mermaids we know are essentially white. Come on, Sleeping Beauty. She had to be white. She was beautiful, right? Come on, guys. It's all white. Why are they stealing all of our whiteness from us? I opened up a box of crayons and I didn't even find a white.
How dare Crayola take away the pillars of our culture?
And they see, oh, the Rocketeer, and they turn it on, and this becomes the Rocketeer moving forward. You might say, well, the videos are still out there. Yes, but it's a slow strangling death for these properties because kids will go ahead and see this first and think that's it. That's their Rocketeer. And then they'll look at the other movies And the original movies, the classic movies that basically came out of Western civilization, but Western civilization is essentially under assault because they are eliminating these stories from the lexicon. They are twisting these stories into something unrecognizable. And if we're not careful, they're going to do the same thing to our culture. From the center of the earth, this is Dictor Van Doomcock bidding you all, my friends, stay vigilant and stay angry.
There you have it.
My hand is literally shaking, Johnny.
It's just, it's absolutely ludicrous. I mean, it's going to be family time in a few minutes here with me and the family. And so it's like, if my family wasn't here, I would totally love to just go onto his live stream and see if I could get him to at least acknowledge any of this. It's just absolute, but he won't, because he's got to get there and he just wants people to give him super chats and everything else. But whatever. It's the guy is, it's sick. It is absolutely sick. He has shown you his true colors. True colors.
Tough Commander, you're right. So what? The Green Lantern I grew up with was John Stewart. That doesn't erase Hal Jordan. What is he about?
Or the fact that Nick Fury, now my son,
you don't even recognize it.
Yeah, now my son sees Nick Fury as, the one played by Samuel L. Jackson. Should I be upset about that? According to Doomcock, I should be.
Yes, you should.
Because I've got some old comics about Nick Fury, Agent of Flag, or Shield. I said Flag. Agent of Shield, that clearly doesn't look like the Nick Fury we see now. So does that mean that they're erasing the pillars of our society? No, it just means that the character is different. I mean, these are fictional characters. And he got this upset about a little girl using the rocket pack and black people making a Rocketeer movie. Absolutely ludicrous. He's crazy.
No, I got to see this. Hold on a second. Can you see that? Yeah. Okay. So I got to see this. What are people saying? However, the Rocketeer doesn't need to be remade since it's a period piece that holds up really well. The special effects work perfectly. Woketivists, don't be so uptight. The race of the character isn't that important. Making him just black just improves upon the original. Nobody's saying that. By being more diverse and inclusive, everyone else, you're right. We should make Blade more diverse and inclusive by showing a new Daywalker as a white guy. And why not have an Asian woman take over? There's a scene in the original Rocketeer where Paul Sorvino's mob boss character, Eddie Valentine, realizes that Sinclair Timothy Dalton is a German spy, and he says, I may not make an honest buck, but I'm 100% American. I don't work for no two-bit Nazis. I'd be surprised if anything that patriotic makes it into this reboot. Can't wait to see what the Critical Drinker says about this. He actually made a video how much he liked that movie. The Rocketeer is a classic. It's a shame someone is trying to kill it. Really? And like, look at this, 12 replies, 58. I mean, like what are the replies to something like this? Hold on a second. So the Rocketeer is a classic. It's a shame anyone's trying to kill it. So check out the Rocketeer TV series. This franchise was on the chopping block for a while. From 2019, they just needed the apathy of the producers against their audience to finally push it through. This is why I watch the cartoon before it's greenlit for the kids. Why not? They killed the franchise. They killed franchise after franchise so they can run to so they run to classics because they ran out. This one hurts. Star Wars isn't even a good movie, but The Rocketeer actually was a great one.
Oh, geez.
Wow. I refuse to watch such refuse. Agreed. I love the original Rocketeer. So what's new? Keep sitting on your hands. Use Joe Biden on the board. I don't know what that means. So you guys are mad because they hired a black guy. I'm just curious. Pretty much, it's getting weird to him. See him go off on it every time. So at least some people are
Some
in here.
people are like, yeah.
He's probably just tired of continued race swap, gender swap, most commonly found in fanfics, pushing into the canon of established franchises. If they want to make the new stuff go nuts, new characters, new franchises, again, go nuts. Just stop recycling the things we adored as we grew up for the sake. So just don't touch the white stuff, guys.
Yeah,
because otherwise, go nuts on everything. I got your nuts right
here. Cashews are related to poison ivy, which gives a whole new meaning to the phrase "itchy nuts."
That was much louder than I thought it was going to be, Johnny. Just saying.
The audience is now deaf.
Thank you. Well, at least we can't hear Doomcock anymore. Frontman with a $5 super chat. Thank you. Frontman says this explains Doomcock's absence in Vegas. Is no longer in business. Actually, From what I heard, he was there. That's what I heard, was that he was there. And the people who knew him knew who he was, but I could be wrong. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird.
It's very weird, but I mean, just man, just look at some of these, man. Like, thank you, Frontman, absolutely for the $5 super chat.
Thank you.
Doomcock was there in disguise. That's what I heard too. Is that they kind of made that a thing, but I mean. My gosh, trying to know they are going to a GD shame. Disney can't help but destroy its old properties. We're mad because they rewrote the story to hire a black guy. They don't even know why they're mad, Johnny. The thing isn't even out. I'm curious about their racial bias when I see this happen. I think Disney has animus. Is this supposed to be animosity towards whites? No, it was the comic and the movie that set the scene. Personally, I knew the daughter of a Tuskegee Airman. She loved the Rocketeer. She loved the nostalgia of that period. Also, heroics know no race, but the Rocketeer deserved a true sequel.
Yeah, because this can't be a real sequel to it.
They can't hurt the Rocketeer any more than they hurt Star Wars. You do know they can vault the originals, right? Never put it on TV or streaming. They can make it vanish. Why can't they make a new movie about the Tuskegee Airmen? I'll wait. George Lucas made that movie.
Yeah.
It's called Red Tails.
Yep.
Because George Lucas actually cared about freaking stuff like that. So shut the literal F up. For some reason, nobody cares about the 99% of fighter pilots that were white. No reason at all.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
And those are the type of people that are feeding this madness. That's sad.
My Lord. That kind of comment right there. God forbid they make a movie, Johnny, or they make something about the Tuskegee Airmen who were of such importance. But wow, this just makes me sad.
It's sad.
Like honestly, Johnny, like I derive no pleasure whatsoever from reading some of these comments and hearing what we just heard. I mean, like truly a disgraceful move. The guy who played the Rocketeer was a bit of a no-name, if I remember correctly, but Timothy Dalton as a villain is just incredible. You won't get that in any crappy reboot. It's not a reboot.
Not a reboot. Billy Campbell wasn't an unknown. He's been in a lot of stuff. Whatever.
Let's remake White Chicks. That's that's the kind of stuff.
That's the kind of garbage you hear. It's just
and this the one I'm yeah. This is from OMG damn lag. I'll call it what it is now. Blacketeer. Is there anyone with even a smidge of originality or creativity in film industry? I don't care how many alphabet people are in a movie as long as they keep their opinions to themselves and just entertain me.
Wow. That's gross. I mean, what do you say?
Yeah. Wow. Guys, that's why we do what we do. That's why we do this show. I know we have a lot of fun on this show, and you guys have a lot of fun on the show, and we're going to continue to have a lot of fun on this show in how we point this stuff out.
Yeah.
But this right here is truly finally over the top. It's disgusting. And I'm just going to tell you this. I mean, I've been very much forthcoming. Like I don't get into politics a lot. And all those things. Yeah, right. The Blacketeer. Whoa. I mean, like,
yeah,
seriously.
that's...
Okay. But I do want to point something out here. Okay. And that is, like, I have always talked about how, like, I'm a centrist. I'm a conservative centrist. That's where I lie. Okay. I'm not on the right wing, and I'm definitely not on the left wing. I'm not in there. I'm in the middle because I see things the way that they are. And I try to live my life, Johnny, like that in all ways. Okay.
Yeah.
Like seriously, I don't go off on tangents. I don't follow conspiracy theories. I don't make up a bunch of BS. So when you come to the Poindexter Lounge, that's what you're going to get. You're going to get real dialogue. Does it mean I can be wrong sometimes? Absolutely, I can be wrong. And you know what? I'll admit when I'm wrong, because if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. And it's like, hey, yeah, okay, I was wrong. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with admitting you're wrong.
No, there's
right?
No weakness in that.
There's no weakness in that at all. But the thing is that, Johnny, as somebody who has, and unfortunately, it's people like Doomcock and these idiots who are in these comment sections that claim to be conservatives. These are not conservatives, Johnny. These are not the type of people that I grew up with, who had conservative values, who had certain ideas about how the government should run or whatever. There used to be a time where we all respected each other. There were Democrats, there were Republicans, there were conservatives, there were liberals. And you know what? We may not have saw eye to eye, but we were neighbors. We were friends. We went to school together, man. We did things together. And when it came time to vote for a president, yeah, we'd go into a voting booth and we'd say, okay, these are the things that are important to me and my family. You may have things that are more important to you and your family, and that's why you're going to vote the way that you're going to vote, and I'm going to vote the way that I'm going to vote. But at the end of the day, we're not trying to take over the world. We're not trying to put a bunch of people down. We're not trying to destroy people, and we're not trying to act like, everybody's trying to take everything away from us. And you know what? If the other side won, you'd go, okay, it sucks. It's not who I voted for, but the world's not going to end either.
No. And it's just sad that so many folks, it's a sad wake-up call that so many folks buy into that stuff.
And you guys know, well, yeah.
Yeah, it's scary. It is scary.
It is. And guys, you guys know that I'm a pastor, okay? And that I have a Christian worldview, okay? And I've never, some people have tried to use that against me, Johnny, for some reason. And the thing is, Johnny, is I have a certain worldview, but I am respectful of other people and their worldview. And I understand that, you know what, my worldview is not the only one. And I also understand that people are at different places in their lives. Right. And I'm always willing to have, conversations with people about those things, but I legitimately love having conversations with people who have differing opinions than me. And I don't get all riled up like this. And I certainly don't get all bent out of shape over the freaking Rocketeer.
Or just talk about how stuff is just disgusting and indoctrinating and things like that. I mean, this is over, not just over a line. This is over the edge.
It is. It really is. And so,
what
I want to point out to people, because like these idiot type of people, Johnny, and you know what, you've studied in the ministry, you've been a pastor, I've been a pastor. And here's the thing. I mean, that's how we met. That's how we met, Johnny. And the thing is I think that people can see from our hearts, even right now, this does not sit well with us.
No.
These are people who are proclaiming, and I guess I just want people to know this from my heart. These are people proclaiming at times like these decent Christian values and like these conservative views. That doesn't represent me.
No.
That doesn't represent my Christian values, my true Christian values, and what I believe what that is. And I don't believe that it represents a true conservative's values. This is some literal out there on a limb craziness, like wackadoodle stuff. And here's the problem, folks. Not just Americans, but Americans need to come together and get back to a sense of respect for each other, Johnny.
Yeah.
Instead of being at each other's throats. And you know what? The rest of the world is looking at us, Johnny, that way. It's like, what is wrong with all these Americans? And you know what? And we need to do the same thing with the rest of the world. And we need to come together. It's not just about America. It's not just about this country or that country. We live on a planet. I just literally went to the Science Center in Chicago, and I was listening to the they have a whole, exhibit there about NASA and like the men who landed on the moon and stuff, and they have all these recreation stuff. And one of the astronauts talked about when he landed on the moon, Johnny, and he looked back at the planet, he was overwhelmed with the sense that it was one planet, and it actually made him emotional, and he actually cried. He said, here I am, this Air Force guy, tough guy, flown fighter pilots, done all this stuff, and I'm looking back on my planet. My planet. It's not just my country anymore. My planet that I live on. With the world being so tiny in this bigger thing called the universe. He said, and I was looking back at my planet and I cried because I realized that people were on that little blue sphere fighting over the most stupid things, the most just insane things, and they couldn't get along. That touched me because I look at the world that we live in right now. And, we talk about pop culture, Johnny. We talk about fun stuff like Star Wars, and we talk about, all these things. And what you just witnessed, guys, was a man unglued. You witnessed a man in a plastic helmet, not even a good plastic helmet, a bad plastic helmet.
A poorly put together plastic helmet.
I mean, this guy wants you to think that he's got great views and that you should follow him and do this. And like the guy can't even make a decent plastic prop. And he's trying to convince you that he's trying to scare people, Johnny, into thinking that their stuff is being taken away by some boogeyman that doesn't exist.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's just, it's trying to get people angry to, follow you and to support you. And, it's disgusting. All sorts of code speak for racist ideologies and everything in there. It was gross.
Yeah.
He showed who he really is,
Yep. Nim Jim, I love how the way you summed it up after everything else you said today. After watching all that, just remember, everyone, Gil is totally not the Kommandant, right? Yeah. Well, I will just say this. Kommandant Gil, we see through your horrible disguise.
Yeah.
No matter which one it is. and we're going to continue, Johnny.
Yes, we will.
With our little channel.
Just us.
With
tiny little thing.
With our little tiny place here. And you know what? We're gonna take it to the hole every time.
Touchdown,
every time, Johnny. Touchdown. Oh my gosh. So, you know what? Do your best there, bud.
At this point, I'd like to add that there are a few sad little YouTube channels who hate me for being vastly more successful than they are.
No.
Every word of what you just said was wrong.
So there you go. Johnny,
exactly.
It's always a pleasure, sir. I
Yes.
gotta get to watching some wrestling, and but thank you, Johnny, for joining me today.
Thank you for having me.
2 cents on nonsense. Thank you all who joined us today for another episode of 2 cents on nonsense. I hope that you see where our hearts are and why we do what we do, and we're going to continue doing what we do. And where we find nonsense, we're going to shine a light into that darkness. So, and if you find nonsense, please feel free to share it with us. Follow us on social media. All the links are down in the description below.
Yes.
Support the channel as you can. We do have a great store with some different t-shirts on it. I'm actually going to start this week. I hopefully will be uploading a lot of these little pictures that we've been given and stuff. I've been given permission to make t-shirts of those things. So,
yes.
So
it's gonna be fantastic.
These little Croc Plus things, you guys will be able to have t-shirts of those if you want. So I mean, who doesn't want a t-shirt of this? Really, Doomcock and the Salt Factory. I mean, right?
Exactly.
Or like it's all smoke and mirrors. Like, who wouldn't want a t-shirt of that? Or the DC burger, or Doomcock. Oh, I don't know. I didn't get permission for that one. But like,
we need it.
Yeah, we need it. But yeah, I mean, just know. I mean, we already have the regular 2 cents on nonsense shirt. But yeah, it's crazy.
Dilemma Parkway.
That's what we just watched, folks. Literally the embodiment of that. So guys, hey, thank you for joining us as always. We love you. And thank you for supporting the channel. And like I said, make sure that before you leave, you give this video a thumbs up if you haven't already. Also subscribe to the channel. Make sure you're still subscribed so Doomcock won't be right. And we love you, and we appreciate you. And hey, look, Silence says, if you can make a Doomcock shirt without his face on it, I'll get one.
The black hole that is his soul. Maybe we'll put that on there.
Challenge accepted. Yes. So anyway, so that's the show for tonight.
Thank you, Scotty.
It is what it is. So, but you know what? We're here, and we're going to keep pushing. And so, and of course, we're going to keep having fun in the process. So thank you guys for joining us today. And just remember, don't let anybody tell you that your fandom doesn't matter. And you know what? Don't follow. Thank you, Cylon. Appreciate that, man. Don't follow. And thank you, Night Star Productions. This is a guy, man, who took me all over Chicago this week. So
yes.
But don't let anybody tell you that your fandom doesn't matter, and don't tell anybody that their fandom doesn't matter either. But seek to have good conversations, and when you see evil, speak out against it, because there are some things that are bad in this world, and you got to recognize it when you see it. So, and just know that we really appreciate you all here at the Poindexter Lounge. Until next time. Oh, well, Johnny, where can they find you, sir?
You can find me. I matriculate into our Discord sometimes at Poindexter Lounge. You can find me here on 2 Cents on Nonsense, or you can find me on Twitter at _Johnny_Pop.
Yep. And I feel so dirty, Johnny. I feel like I need a shower after all that. I feel much.
Yes.
I feel much better.
I feel cleaner.
It's a palate cleanser. All right. All right, guys. We love you.
I just want to thank you for being here and being my friend. It's always good to have someone you could count on. And I'm glad you're that for me.
Love you guys. Stay nerdy. Bye-bye.